Okay, hello. So in this very short video, I'm going to show you how to start teaching your dog some very simple scent work. So this is just going to be basically introducing them to the cue of find it, really just teaching them what that word means. When I'm talking about teaching scent work, I'm never talking about actually teaching them how to use their nose because they already know how to do that. Far be it from me to try and teach them anything more than they already know. It's really just about teaching them how to do it with us and how to kind of understand when I'm cueing them to search for something, etc. So that's what we're going to look at today. So what I've got is some cones and some treats. You don't have to worry that you probably don't have cones at home. You can use any objects that you like. So you could use like garden gnomes or plant pots in the house or stacks of books. Literally anything that you might have around you. Obviously, just bearing in mind things like safety. So if it's like a tower of books, just be careful with things like that because your puppy might nudge into them while they're searching and could knock them themselves, things like that. So that's just what you need to bear in mind. But otherwise, pretty much anything you have will work. So to start off with, I'm going to make it really, really nice and simple. Could not get easier than this. All I've got is 3 cones set up, just a short distance. So what I'm going to do for my treats, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a nice treat. Okay, and start off with, your dog can be watching you do this, okay? You don't have to make sure that they're not looking or anything. I want to make it really easy. I'm going to just place this behind a cone, nice and easy for her to access it. I'm going to say, find it, and I'm going to let her go and look for it. Come on, find it. And don't worry if you might need to direct your dog a little bit. There we go. So I had to show her a little bit there, just to get her to understand it, but she found it pretty easy. Good girl. What a good girl, you did it. Is there anything else? Not yet. Right, so now we can try again. Treat. Okay, I'm just restraining her gently by the collar like this while I'm doing it. So I'm going to hide it, nice and straightforward. Find it. And you can see she is actually using her nose, even though she watched me place it. Good girl, good girl, good job. The other thing to note is that when I'm giving the cue of find it, I'm making a motion like this with my hand, so I'm showing her with a visual cue as well what I'd like her to do. Find it. Good girl, Miss Crumb. Can you find the other one? There she goes. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Find it. Find it. Find it. Go on, find it. Find it. Good girl. Very good girl. So what you can see is that pretty quickly they're kind of getting the hang of it. What's so interesting, I always find, is that most of the time, depends a little bit on the dog, but even though I'm putting it right in sight and she's watched me do it, she's still sniffing around everywhere. So it really does encourage them to get to use their nose. Like I said, this is really keeping it easy so that we're just teaching them what find it means. So find it with this signal means go and sniff and search around the area and you're going to find something nice. So to start off with, just a nice easy setup, like I say. 3 cones like that, doesn't need to be, 3 objects like that, doesn't need to be far apart or anything like that. You can start puppy pretty close as well, so you know how I have the cones like this, and I was literally starting crumbs from here. And she's a very small dog, so you can think about that as well. If you've got a second person, you can make it a bit harder by having the distance be a little bit further, but easy enough to play with just one person. So just to recap, set up your 3 objects, get puppy into the space, get a very gentle hold on the collar or the harness, get your treat, they're both excited now, get your treat, with it in sight, place it to one cone, find it, good girl, and you can give lots of nice praise there for doing that. When you want to make this a little bit harder, you can start moving it slightly further behind the cones, you can start doing multiple, you can increase the distance. Once you want to start making it even more complicated, you can start hiding it underneath if you've got a kind of object that will allow you to do that. Otherwise, increase the amount of objects, increase the amount of treats, increase the search distance, and you'll have tons of fun with it. Cool. Alright, so I hope that was helpful, and if you have any questions on that, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy.